So one of the things that we constantly see with a lot of relationships is the rise of cohabitation. All the studies show that it's on the rise. The challenge with cohabitation is this: most people slide into it instead of deciding. And so what happens is one night becomes a week becomes a month becomes a year, and you're there in a relationship, and you don't really know where you're going. And we just believe that marriage is the best way to approach it. We believe that as popular as cohabitation or living together has become, we just believe that the healthiest way to build a long standing relationship is to go about it in terms of marriage. So that's what I did in the message. I just wanted to help people. So I shared God's word and talked about the realities of what living together is versus marriage. Then at the end of the message, I gave all of those present three options. I said one option is just to move away from this idea. When you think about how you do relationships, I want to give you some more options, all right? And so move away from doing relationships this way so that you know it doesn't work. And then secondly, move out. So if you slid into this relationship, all right, and you know this is not where you want to be, hey, we're gonna pay your first month's rent, help you get out of this situation,
Wow.
so that you can step out. This is your opportunity to do that. And then the third option was to marry now. So if you know you want to be together, you know this is what God wants. You're connected to each other. We want to put you through 11 weeks worth of relationships classes, and we'll have you married in 90 days. And so
Wow.
this was 90 days ago. And so on this coming Saturday, 24 of those couples went through all the counseling,
Come
and they are
on.
ready to get married with a free wedding, free tuxedo, dress, everything. They did the work on the relationship, and we told them we'd take care of the wedding. I mean, one of the reasons that cohabitation I think is so important is because it was part of our story. Part of our story was I was going through a tough time and knocked on her door one day and said, "Listen, I got put out. I need a place to stay." She said, "Okay, but I got to call my mom." And so we were engaged at the time. And I was like, man, I was a minister and I was a shacking pastor. You know what I mean? And it was just very
Wow.
uncomfortable. I'm 23, 24 years old. And so my brother actually paid my month's rent. He said, "Man, I know you don't want to be in this situation. Let me help you out." He paid my month's rent. And so that's why we give them these three options. We want to pay your rent because somebody paid my rent to help me get
That's
out.
awesome, Pastor.
And then we want to help couples. We feel like a lot of couples end up there like we did, just out of circumstances, financially or others. And sometimes you just need help. And so our goal through this whole challenge is really just to help people to find a pathway toward a healthy relationship.